Hello, good evening. A few minutes after 11. Hi, Alyssa, Ginger, hello, Wolf, and Bill. Maybe Bill is there somewhere. Good evening to you all. It's kind of a carbon copy of last night. It's mild, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, but quite windy. And like last night, the moth sheet is pretty bare. But we'll take a look around, see if we can find something on the sheet or on the adjacent shingles on the shed there. And if we can't find much, we'll just call her a night. First thing I notice is at the top left of the sheet, above the fluorescent lamp. See, there's a big moth there. Looks like it's probably going to be a sphinx moth. So let's go take a look. Yes, sir. This is, there are two species that look quite a bit like this. One we've seen before, the small-eyed sphinx, and the other one is called the blinded sphinx. And I think this is the latter species, the blinded sphinx that we haven't seen before. But I'll have to check right after the stream and let you know. I just have a bit of trouble remembering the differences between the two species. The big bulge you see on the sides are actually the underwing that's sticking out from underneath the forewings. You can see it's getting blown around a bit by the wind. Yeah, this sphinx moth has really jagged wingtips, kind of a zigzag pattern on the wingtips. Some of the other large moths in this genus and the Smerinthus genus have the same sort of pattern. You'll see, besides being jagged, if you look closely, there's some white bordering on the very tips of the wing. And that's a field mark I remember for being good for the blinded sphinx. I'm saying blinded. I'm not sure whether it's blinded or blind-eyed sphinx. One of the two, but I'm quite sure that's what it is. We'll see if we can convince it to open up its forewings a bit and show us the pattern on the underwing. If I remember correctly, the blind-eyed sphinx or blinded sphinx has a lot of pink on the underwing and of course blue eye spots. Well, let's take a look, see what he wants to reveal. There's some pink, lots of pink, nice eye spot, blue surrounded by black. So I think we got ourselves a match with the blinded sphinx. Thank you. So the brownish one like this that we saw before is called the small-eyed sphinx. And I think it was a little bit darker brown than this. I don't believe it had those really bold black daggers like in the middle of the wing like this one has. And I'm pretty sure the other one, the small-eyed sphinx, doesn't have the white bordering at the very edge of the wing like this one does. And the underwing pattern is different as well. So we've got a new sphinx. We're racking up a pretty good list of sphinx moths since we started streaming a few weeks ago. I would think we must be up to 7 or 8 species. Yeah, he's very cooperative. I don't really feel like we were imposing that much. Micro moth. Here, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything with this. It's pretty nondescript. Oh, Wolf, I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. It's probably going to go downhill from here, judging by what I see on the moth sheet. It's pretty barren tonight. This time of the year, with a temperature of 70 degrees, there should be dozens and dozens of moth on the sheet. And I think there would be tonight if it wasn't for the wind. The wind is it's around 30 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40 or 45. There's a yellow-collared scape moth hiding in the fold here. This is one we've seen before. Yellow-collared scape moth. Can't seem to get the right lighting on it. The wings are a dark brown, almost black. Nice, well-defined yellow collar. And this species has some blue iridescence on the abdomen, if you get a chance to see the abdomen. I'm not sure we're going to see it. It's probably, if I touch it, it'll probably fly away. Maybe we could see it from underneath if I can convince it to twist around a bit here. Yeah, abdomen just looks dark. It actually has some blue iridescence on it. I don't want to bother it anymore. It's a nice click beetle running around up here. It's going to hide. It's a good example of size diversity within moths. Mind you, there are some moths that are considerably larger than that sphinx moth, and there are lots of micro moths that are about 1/3 the size of this one. So there's a pretty amazing range in sizes of moths. I've got a few miscellaneous flies here that I don't recognize. This is some type of a midge. Here's our little cloud moth that we've seen a number of times. are almost black on the back. This one is sort of more grayish. Stuart desperately looks around for more moths. Got some kind of a May beetle here, related to June bugs, but considerably smaller. Remember those bands on the sheet, just like distinct bands of threads. Those bands are 11 millimeters wide, which is a little less than half an inch, just to give you an idea of size. Yeah, Wolf, we get Luna moths here. They're actually pretty common in New Brunswick. I don't get a lot of at my lights. Typically I only see a couple per year, but I see them a lot at service stations during the daytime. Places that have really bright lights at night tend to attract a lot of moths. Gas stations are a good place to go moth watching in the day. There's I think a dagger moth down here. Let's just pull it up a bit. Yeah, I think this is American dagger moth. Oh, sorry. Hang on a second, my light fell off again here. All right. So American dagger moth, all the daggers are in the genus Acronicta. We have about 30 species of Acronicta in New Brunswick. Let's check some of these old shingles. Looks like the same dagger moth has moved up here now. Yep. Same friends are still here, haven't moved. Here's a micro moth. We saw this last night, I believe. I think it's in the genus Cydia, C-Y-D-I-A. Looks like it's about, oh. Not sure where that went. It was a Virginia tenucid moth. It landed on my hand. It's a moth that's really closely related to the yellow-colored scape moth we saw earlier, only they're bigger and they have bright blue iridescence. So, some kind of a Cydia moth, C-Y-D-I-A. Not sure what species that is. do a couple of checks. It's always good to check in the folds if you have a sheet like this. And down at the bottom, here's a grass veneer moth. I think we saw this species last night. This is called the eastern grass veneer. This one's a bit overexposed because the light is black. So the camera and the phone in the iPad I'm using compensates by making everything paler than it really is. The grass veneers have really long palps that stick out in front of their head. I must keep looking down for porcupines. I'm not afraid of them, I'm just afraid I'm going to accidentally step on one sometime or kick one by mistake. Sorry. Not sure what this is. Wish I could get a bit more light on it. I've got a card here in my pocket. That might help to lighten it up a bit. Oh. Well, I saw enough, just by doing that, I saw enough pattern to recognize it. It's called the Spirea leaf tear. Spirea is a type of bush that's really common here. Oh, there's a nice moth flying around me. Spirea leaf tear. Spirea, a lot of people know that plant because there are a lot of people plant Spirea. It's also called steeple bush, I think. That's it, ginger, except tear is T-I-E-R, tear. You have a lot of Spirea. Here we have two species of Spirea, one that's white and very common, and it's one of the best flowers to search for insects of all kinds. Just attract a wide variety of insects, especially beetles. Just hang on a minute here. There was a large yellow underwing flying around me a moment ago, and it might just come back to the light. Otherwise, I think we'll just call it an early evening. Just nothing flying, nothing coming in. Yeah, I was going to say, besides the common white spirea, we have a purple one as well. There's a zestia. Oh, he's gone. Some kind of a carpet moth down here on the hockey stick. The legs for the frame for my moth sheet are old broken hockey stick handles. I have a good friend that works at the arena in Spokane, the nearest town. Has access to lots of broken hockey sticks. Here's our eastern grass veneer again down here. And our little cloud there. Eastern grass veneer. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with broken hockey sticks. And a roll of duct tape. Oh, the light almost blew away. So just a quick recap of my equipment. Basically a pole lamp. I bought at a used furniture store for a couple of bucks. A 100-watt LCD light. That cost $3. That's really all you need besides a white cotton sheet. Just take a white sheet, tack it to a shed wall. In this case, I've got it wrapped around a wooden frame. And that's pretty much all I used for a few years. And the last couple of years I've added this fluorescent ultraviolet light here. Sort of an under-counter mount. Just a 15-watt bulb in this. $30 at the hardware store. And over here is a 50-watt ultraviolet light LEDs. That was about $30 at Amazon. A great blue herring. All right, well, we're flogging a dead horse, as they say. This could be the spirea leaf tear again. Not sure. Just gonna go hide. Everybody's hiding tonight. All right, so thanks. Sorry I don't have more to show you tonight. That's our house over there. At least we got to see a new sphinx moth. And I hope you'll tune in again for the next moth watch. Trust me, when the wind goes down, we're going to have more moths here than we'll be able to look at in an hour. So till then, thanks for watching, and we'll see some of you tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks for typing names, Ginger. Thanks for dropping by, Wolf. Really appreciate it. and they won't all be as slow as this. You're welcome, Melissa. You have a great night too. Say goodnight to Liam. He's probably sound asleep. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.